I am quite excited to jump into the Tardis episode, which as you can see is the episode 3 in this menu, so I do wonder what this episode will be about. I don't remember it at all. I did mostly remember the first two. I don't really remember what the third episode is about, so this should be interesting. So yeah, let's just jump into it. The Tardis episode is now loading, as you can see. That's a nice artwork.
That's not true!
Okay then, name one of your holidays that didn't end up in a big, mad disaster.
Well, there was Brighton Beach. Actually, no, that didn't end well. Had a lovely time in Paris. No, went a bit wrong.
Still waiting.
Trouble seems to follow me around.
I've noticed. And it's never your fault, of course.
Well, not always. Sometimes things go wrong all by themselves.
Bit like now then!
We're still in the wrong time, Vortex. Something's wrong!
Really? What gave it away? Doctor!
Seems like the Doctor has been thrown out of the Tardis. That's an interesting beginning of an episode. That's for sure. Also nice to see you dance, Onyx. Tardis by James Moran. Very well done.
I can't hear you! Speak up! Oh, you can't breathe. Okay, what do I do? How do I fix it? Quick! Oh, great. We're both terrible at charades. Okay, 2 words. First word. Hurry up! Sounds like you. The Doctor. Hearts. 2 hearts. Monkey, gorilla, King Kong, Tarzan, ribs, chest. Chest. Sounds like chest. Guest. Best. Press? Press doesn't rhyme with chest. Second word. Sounds like face, hair, head. Head. Sounds like head. Bed. Dead? Red? Red. Press red. Okay. Which one? There are loads of red things on here. All of the red things? Okay then.
Well, seems like, just like Onyx said, sound doesn't travel in space, so we will need to figure out how to rescue the Doctor. Can we interact with this? He can't breathe. I need to help him quick. I need to pull the red levers on the console. Is this a timed shenanigans? We found the first Doctor. Traveled with his granddaughter Susan. He was the first Doctor to encounter the Daleks. And also the first Doctor to encounter the Cybermen, and also the first Doctor to encounter a bunch of things. Like for example the Celestial Toy Maker and stuff. Very, very nice. Is this another one? It is. The Master. A Time Lord like the Doctor, but not like the Doctor. He was born on Gallifrey and was the Doctor's childhood friend. But his ultimate goal is to rule the universe, and if he can, hurt the Doctor as much as possible in the process. Interesting. Can we go this way? Strange, the room leads back into itself. How about this way then? Also leads back into itself, I suppose. How about if we go this way? And also back into itself. I was kind of hoping we could explore where every corridor leads and such, but I suppose that's not the case. What's down here? Another card. Licorice, Jelly Baby. We already seen the lore about them in the previous episodes, so I won't be reading it again. I don't see any more cards, so I suppose it's time to do the objective. Also, I don't see anything else we can interact with, so let's see. Red lever. Just one more to go apparently. It's over here. It's doing something. Sounds like it's powering up again. Okay.
King Kong? Why would I tell you to press King Kong? Never mind, I'm just glad I can breathe again. The Tardis reset has automatically extended the air shell. Right, so, here's the thing. We're caught in a riptide in the fabric of space-time. We're stuck in one of the pockets, and we don't have long until the Tardis gets dragged to the next one. You'll have to find something you can use as a tractor beam and attach it to the console. You should find what you need in the drawing room. Hurry, before the Tardis gets dragged away. I'll be trapped here with no way back.
And how exactly am I supposed to find the drawing room? I've never been there before.
Right, very simple. Take the corridor for about half a mile, turn left, then right again, and then it's your third next right. Go past the weird swirly thing, left, then your other left through the sunroom. Careful not to trip over the sun lounger, then you'll see a green door. Don't go in there. Go right, follow the wall until it gets a bit slimy, then take the lift to the third floor. Drawing room straight ahead. You can't miss it. Easy peasy. Now, that is my private study, so don't mess about with anything. And nobody sits in my chair but me. Good luck.
Okay, so seems like we will actually get to explore the Tardis, which is nice.
What are you waiting for? You need to get upstairs to the drawing room. What are you waiting for? You need to get upstairs to the drawing room.
What am I waiting for? Well, I don't know. Some extra lines of dialogue, perhaps? There are 3 ways to go. I will choose the... I need to rescue the doctor before the Tardis slips into another riptide pocket. Okay, I will choose this way. That just through leads back in here, so let's try this way. Back here again, what's going on? I don't know. Do I need to follow the directions, maybe? Okay, now I'm starting to get really angry. Why can't I get out?
That'll be the time riptide, messing around with the internal structure of the TARDIS. You can fix it by aligning the levers on the mechanical board, make them all point upwards, and be quick. These blue things are chronomites, 4-dimensional creatures that live in the void. Mostly harmless, but blimey O'Reilly, they're itchy.
Yeah, so we need to put levers into the correct positions. Did I do it? That was easy. That seems to have worked. I hope I can find the drawing room. Now can we use all 3 doors? Let's try this one. Vonix says it's cool. I agree. This isn't right. Maybe the doctor can help. I can talk to him on the monitor.
What are you waiting for? You need to get upstairs to the drawing room.
Yeah, I need to go upstairs, but I wanna go downstairs. I suppose it won't let me, that's okay. Let's follow the directions then. The doctor must be thinking, like, what the heck is she doing?
It's very tidy in here, that's not like the doctor. Lots of old clutter though. Should be easy enough to find something to use as a tractor beam.
This room kind of reminds me of one of the rooms that the fourth Doctor used to have. In fact, there is his scarf. The fourth Doctor's scarf. Part of the fourth Doctor's outfit was an extremely long multicolored scarf. The scarf changed the design several times, and in his final year, it was replaced with a burgundy version. It varied in length and was sometimes over 20 feet long. According to the fourth Doctor, the scarf was knitted for him by Madame Nostradamus, a witty little knitter. If that's true, then it might explain why Nostradamus himself claimed to know so much about the future. I didn't know that actually. That's interesting. Also, there are aliens on the picture over there. Clocks that strike 12. Intriguing. Gramophone. In the TV movie, the 8th Doctor listens to the music of an old-fashioned gramophone record player. Many audiophiles believe that the sound from vinyl records is superior to that of CDs. Digital recordings do not capture the entire sound wave, but can be of extremely high quality. However, records can be less reliable and suffer from excess noise and scratches. The 11th Doctor's new Tardis has a gramophone speaker on the console, so he clearly still believes that vinyl is better. Or he just likes the retro vibes, you know? Nasreen Chaudhry. Nasreen is a dedicated scientist with a sense of wonder about the world around, above and below her. When the Doctor decided to travel deep below the Earth's crust, she didn't think twice before volunteering to go with him, despite the dangers involved. I think that's the lady from the episode with the Silurians. The one that stayed behind in there, and she will probably wake up in, like, I don't remember, 1000 years, together with the Silurians. I wonder when will we see that episode follow up. Cricket ball. The 5th Doctor always carried a cricket ball in his pocket because of his love of cricket, and this inspired his outfit. In Forward to Doomsday, he used the cricket ball to save his life. When floating in space, he threw the ball and the inertia propelled him back to the Tardis. In Human Nature, while disguised as a human called John Smith, the 10th Doctor used a cricket ball to save a mother and baby from a falling piano. Yeah. I remember that. That was nice. Also, there is a gun. Sonic Blaster. The Sonic Blaster can disintegrate and reintegrate its targets and fires a strange square-shaped pulse. I remember Captain Jack Harkness had this in the Doctor Dances and such. It was made in the weapons factories of Villengard as mentioned in the Doctor Dances. Well, there you go. The factory that produced the blasters was destroyed, and the 9th Doctor hints that he was responsible, saying that there is now a nice banana grow in its place. In Silence in the Library, River Song has the same weapon, which suggests that she has taken it from the TARDIS in the future. Could be the case, could be the case. There is also a book. It's the Journal of Impossible Things. In Human Nature, the 10th Doctor was disguised as a human called John Smith to hide from the family of blood who wanted his life force. But his Time Lord memories appeared in his dreams, and he wrote them down in his Journal of Impossible Things. Joanne Redfern's great-granddaughter Verity Newman published a Journal of Impossible Things based on Joanne's diaries. Before regenerating, the 10th Doctor visited her and bought a copy of the book. I also remember that. was an interesting cameo. Okay. Lots of clocks on the wall. Sycorax stuff. The Sycorax are warlike alien invaders who tried to conquer Earth in the 10th Doctor's first adventure, the Christmas Invasion. They were able to hypnotize a third of the human race and used this to try to force Earth to surrender. The Doctor fought them and defeated their leader in a sword fight. When the Doctor mentioned them in the Shakespeare Code, William Shakespeare liked the sound of the name and went on to use it in his play The Tempest. My English skills are slipping away, but that's okay, that's okay.
What's that noise? Nothing good, I bet. Whoa!
Okay, unexpected. Something.
Well, if there wasn't so much junk everywhere, that wouldn't have happened.
Oh my god. But I wasn't done exploring. Come on. Don't do this to me. Time. Time is how we understand and measure the length of flow of events. Imagine a river flowing constantly. If you load something in the river, it will affect everything in its path after that point. Similarly, if you change something in the past, it will affect the present and the future. But some events are fixed and cannot be changed. Only a Time Lord knows which ones. If you say so. It's the Time Lord staff. In the End of Time parts 1 and 2, the Time Lords were seen carrying ornate staffs as part of their ceremonial outfits. The Time Lord called Rassilon helped to develop the time travel technology used in the Tardis. He was the Lord President during the Time War, and his attempt to save the Time Lords would have destroyed the universe. The 10th Doctor sealed the Time Lords and Gallifrey in a time lock to prevent them from carrying out their plan. There we go. Fob Watch, first seen in Human Nature. The Fob Watch was used to store the memories and physiology of the Doctor, so he could disguise himself as a human using a chameleon arc. It had a perception filter to stop the Doctor getting too curious about it. If he opened the watch, it would restore his memories. In Utopia, Professor Rihanna also had a Fob Watch which contained his true identity, the Master. When he opened it, the Master returned. It was a really good episode. I love Utopia. Cyberman chest piece. Cyberman first appeared in the 10th planet, although at the South Pole rather than the North Pole in episode 2 of the Adventure Games. The 10th planet was the first Doctor's last episode and the first time a regeneration was seen on screen. The Cybermen have encountered every Doctor on screen except for the 8th and the 9th. But the Doctor has more adventures than we get to see, so they might have met those Doctors too. Probably in some audiobook or comic book, if I had to guess. Okay. Captain Jack Harkness, the dashing intergalactic rogue and indestructible man of action. Nice. Ood translator. The Ood are telepathic aliens with no vocal cords. When used by humans as slaves, their hindbrain was removed and a translator was fitted so they could communicate with non-telepathic beings. They are a peaceful race who were forced into slavery by humans. Until the 10th Doctor freed them, the Ood had telepathic visions of the 10th Doctor's death and warned him that he was in great danger. Okay. Liz Stan's face mask. I have no idea how this got to the TARDIS, but Liz Stan is the Queen Elizabeth X, who rules over the Starship UK, a colony ship from Earth containing the entire United Kingdom, except Scotland because they wanted their own ship. When strange events take place on the Starship UK, the Queen goes undercover to investigate, wearing a mask and calling herself Liz Stan. She never questions why the mask, supposedly an antique, is molded to the exact shape of her face. At the end of the episode, she gives the mask to Amy. Oh, so that's why that's why it's on the TARDIS. I completely forgot she gave the mask to Amy. It's interesting. How did I forget that? I guess it happens. Map of medieval Venice. When the 11th Doctor, Amy and Rory visited 16th century Venice, they met the Sisters of the Water. Seen through a perception filter, they appear as beautiful women, but in reality they are vampire-like fish aliens. The Sisters of the Water fled their planet Saturnine to avoid the mysterious Silence. Once in Venice, they began converting people into more of their kind, female partners for the male survivors of their world. The Doctor had to stop them from destroying Venice, which they wanted to make into a habitable home for their race. That was indeed so. Okay. Kind of hard to see what we already checked and what we haven't, but there is the Chronon blocker. When the Daleks destroyed the human race in 1963, Amy became an anomaly. She should never have been born. As the timeline repaired itself, she began fading away. The Doctor created a Chronon blocker from pieces of Dalek technology, which blocked the Chronon energies from erasing her. This gave them enough time to undo the Dalek plan and save humanity. This is actually from the first episode we played. That's a cool thing to have on board. Okay. Recorder. The second Doctor often played a recorder to help himself think or to distract his enemies. In the 3 Doctors, the recorder was used to defeat Omega and save the Doctor. It came into contact with an antimatter universe, and because it had not been converted into antimatter, it caused a huge explosion. Luckily for the second Doctor, he had several more recorders. Well, Book of Weeping Angels, first seen in Blink. The Weeping Angels are hunters that send people into the past and feed on the potential energy of their lives. They would have lived. Weeping Angels are quantum locked, and when being observed, they remain motionless. They can only move when no one is looking at them, or in the brief moment when someone blinks. When they are not moving, they usually cover their eyes to prevent themselves from seeing each other and becoming trapped as statues. And what seems to be the last artifact is the Dalek Eye Star. The Daleks first appeared in the 1963 story The Daleks, where they met the first Doctor. They were only meant to appear once, but were later brought back by popular demand. They have met every other Doctor on screen except for the 8th. The Eye Stalk is a Dalek's greatest weakness. In Destiny of the Daleks, 1979, the 4th Doctor throws his head over a Dalek Eye Stalk so he can escape, causing it to shriek, "My vision is impaired." It do be like that sometimes. I suppose that's everything in this room. I don't see anything else. Also, I do kind of wonder what is this painting supposed to be. That doesn't look like the doctor, but it does have the sonic screwdriver, which is interesting. Also a cute little dog, so I'm not sure what that represents, but I'm sure someone someday will tell me in the comments. There is also another painting above the door. Really cool room design. Lovely exploration. And I completely forgot what I was doing before I went up there. Can we now travel in the other doors? Apparently not. I need to rescue the doctor before the Tardis slips another riptide pocket. We can examine... I need to use the screwdriver on it. Laser screwdriver. Is this what we found in the... Oh, that's the thing that was behind the clock that opened up, I think. Okay. Connect the laser screwdriver to the Tardis. Wires must be positioned. Yeah, that's the wire game. I like this one. I like this one a lot, actually. Okay, blue is... obviously that way. Yellow is also quite obvious. Now the red seems to be interesting as well. Purple and green is the last one, I think. Okay, I need to do it this way. Okay, the panel has been successfully revived. The button here should start it up. It looks like those other levers move around. So that seems to have moved it clockwise. That moved it up. Moved it down. Moved it up. I'm confused. Let's speak with the doctor. Maybe he will give us a hint.
Make sure it's pointing in the right direction. We don't want anything else to go wrong.
What is the right direction?
Sure it's pointing. Make sure it's pointing in the right direction. We don't want anything else to go wrong.
Well, that's a really fantastic hint. Oh, the button. I need to align it with the controls here. I have no idea what I am doing. I did it.
Oh, that's a relief. Did I mention just how itchy those things are?
Once or twice. By the way, you really need to tidy that drawing room, and I owe you a new thingy of aftershave.
Aftershave, I don't have any. We're sliding on to the next pocket!
Oh good, a bell, because the other alarms weren't loud enough!
That's the cloister bell. It means something is very, very wrong, and I don't know how to... fix it. That's weird.
Doctor? Where's he gone now? Oh, great. Would anything else like to go wrong? Anything at all?
Okay, I guess that was the first segment.
The time lock's fallen out of sync. Amy's lost somewhere in time. Or maybe I'm the one who's lost. That'd be rubbish. I need to figure out whenabouts in time I am and see how much power is left.
Okay, now we play as the doctor. I will take a sip of coffee. Are there any new cards in the room? I'm not going out there again, says the doctor. I don't see any new cards anywhere. So I think the room is basically the same. Nothing has changed. Let's check the console.
Make your mind up. Am I here or 1,000 years in the future? Here or future? Here? Future?
It doesn't say. So that's not helpful.
It's caught between two possibilities. That's not good. It's a lesion in time. Amy's stuck in the future. I'm back here. I can fix it by setting off a reverse tachyon feedback loop from both directions at once.
Okay.
Tricky. But not impossible for a clever chap like me. The parts I need should be in the drawing room. I'll need something to keep track of time and something to focus the time in place. Blimey, talking to myself already. That's a new record.
Build a tachyon feedback loop. Seems like a plan. Is there anything else in this room that we can interact with? It doesn't seem like it. So let's proceed. We are back in over here. I think this will just give us the same lore. I don't see anything new in here. Everything seems to be the same.
No. That's impossible. It had a triple deadlock force field. That means the entity has escaped.
The entity has escaped. That's not good. I can't believe it's escaped. I have to hurry. Amy must be in more danger than I thought. Perfect device for keeping track of time.
Now I just need something to focus and hold the time in place.
Something to focus and hold the time in place. Maybe this? No. That's probably also not it. That's also not it. Also not it. Also not it. Also. Okay. So we need to find something that will work. I have no idea. I feel like I already... Oh, distress beacon. We didn't read this, I think. When a distress beacon is activated, it transmits a signal so rescuers can find those in need of help. Sometimes people use the internationally recognized Morse code distress signal 3 dots, 3 dashes, 3 dots, or short and long beeps. It stands for SOS, which was chosen because it is easy to remember. In Blood of the Cybermen, the beacon was activated at Archaeological Survey Outpost Zebra Bay when some staff were being converted to cyberslaves. That's the second episode of this game, so that's nice. What is in our inventory at the moment? I'm confused. I'm confused. Can I maybe do this? Nope. Or this? Also no. Also no. And also no, I suppose. Can we Sonic anything in this room? I don't think so. I need some hint. I think I've forgotten something in the driving room. Okay, that confirms that we need something else from this room. Something to keep the thing in place. Perhaps a little Sonic would help disassemble it. I'm pretty sure I already tried clicking on this thing and it didn't pop up with the Sonic hint. So there we go. Disassemble Chrononbroker from the first episode of the adventure game. I remember also this puzzle in particular. It was in that particular episode very often. There we go. Great, that's everything I need. I should get back to the control room. Quite easy. Let's proceed. Back into the console room.
This should heal the time lesion. Just need a few final tweaks.
Okay, another assembly. Will be interesting. I will do the one on this side first. That was close. Now the other one will be probably slightly more difficult, but we did it. Not so difficult after all.
Now, Amy needs to use this as well as me, but there's 1,000 years between us. I've got to transfer enough power to her time. Make sure she gets this and send her a message somehow.
Okay. Send the tachyon feedback loop to Amy. I don't see any new cards in the main room. So I guess we can just... This is a good place to store the tachyon. Well, then store it there. Easy. Examine. That'll get looped into the dispenser. Now to boost the power so I can... Now I need to find an oscillator device to boost the power. The oscillator device. Okay. Which one of these is oscillator? It isn't the recorder, it isn't the Dalek Eye. Ah, it's the one from the previous episode, from the Cyberman. It contains an oscillator. There we go. So with that in our inventory, we should be able to do this. No, let's try something else. Oh, let's see. Adjust the dials to create a wave that exactly matches the ghost wave. It's one of these. That wasn't so hard. In fact,
Amy! Harry, it's me. Well, a recording of me.
Rather easy to do.
Hello? Doctor, is that you? Get off me! Ah! Ah!
Amy, it's me. Well, a recording of me, but that's neither here nor there. Unlike us, who are both here and there, in a sense.
Oh, stop
Anyway,
rambling!
I'm rambling. The Time Riptide has destabilized a force field which was trapping a sort of glowy, blobby thing called the Entity. It's not aftershave, it's a hungry life form, and it wants to eat the time energy from your past.
It's bad, I get it. Talk faster!
There's a lesion in time, separating us by 1,000 years. You're in my future, so I've set this alarm for you. You need to answer some questions to prove who you are. If someone else finds this before you, it'll stop them unlocking the code.
Okay. So it will be a pop quiz. Which doctor played the recorder? That was the second doctor. What game did the fifth incarnation of Doctor love? That was the cricket. Where are sonic blasters made? In the Welengard. Who liked the name Sycorax and used it in their work? That was the William Shakespeare. Which doctor never met the Daleks on screen? That was the 8th Doctor. Who forced the Ood into slavery? That was the humans. What did the Doctor use to save his life? Also, I should probably...
Maybe I should check out all that junk in the drawing room.
I should
The answers
probably
must be in
explore the room, because maybe there are some cards. I just realized. I should definitely check around and see if maybe I don't wanna miss any collectibles, you know, by accident. I don't see any in here though. Let's go check in the room. It looks different in the future, a bit more darker. I don't see any new items in here though. I think it's too late to do anything about that now. Yeah, I think there is nothing new. We can just proceed. I just wanted to double check because might as well try my best to find the collectibles and such. Okay, back to the quiz, I suppose. We need to do it. Oh, it's safe. Okay. What did the Doctor use to save his life in 4 to Doomsday? Was it the head? No. Okay. So now the questions repeat themselves. That's alright, that's alright. We can deal with this. The Sonic Blasters are from Ballard. The Sycorax was liked by William Shakespeare. The Daleks haven't met the 8th Doctor. Who forced the Ood? It was the humans. I'm going to guess, since it wasn't the hat, it probably will be the scarf or the cricket ball. Let's try the cricket ball. That was correct. Where do the weeping angels send people? They send them into the past. What did Queen Elizabeth X call herself? Listen. Where did the Sisters of the Water come from? Well, it definitely isn't Skaro and it definitely isn't Welengard, so I will assume it is the Saturnines. Amy Pond for the win.
Excellent, you're hearing me say this, so you must have answered the questions correctly. Unless you didn't, in which case you can't, and I'm talking to myself. Again. It needs to be activated at both ends of the time lesion. Just press the button, and it'll sync up with the one in my time.
We got the
No.
COVID.
No, what have you done to me?
Amy, you did it!
Yay! Go me. I'm still feeling a bit wobbly though.
Okay. That's the segment done.
Stop! Ooh, that never works.
Fix now, applause later.
Now, I know you understand me. Speak. The TARDIS translation circuits will allow us to hear you.
Then hear this. You will perish.
Release Amy right now, or I'll lock you up again while you're busy finishing her off.
No. You held me prisoner before.
I had to. If you kept eating, there'd be nothing left. It'd get very boring. Now, let her go.
But I must feed on both of you.
You don't need to do that.
I must feed.
Yeah, you said. Blimey, see why I kept it locked up? I found a place you can feed safely, and all you can eat buffet.
Where is this place?
Well, let Amy go, give her back her time, and I'll tell you. Your choice, feed forever, or keep Amy and starve in here.
You have so much time. I will feast on you instead. No. I must feed.
Stop hurting my friend now. Give her back her time, or I'll never let you eat again. I have a good mind to just leave you in there. But I keep my word. Chronomites. 4-dimensional void creatures streaming through the time riptides for infinity. Eat their pass and they just circle back around again, unharmed. You can stuff your face. If you have a face, I don't know. Now, are you going to behave yourself?
This is acceptable. Release me.
You didn't mention the itching.
No, completely slipped my mind. Amy, you look good as new. I wonder what we should do now you're back to normal.
Explore as the Doctor or explore as the Amy? That's a difficult choice, but obviously I will pick the Doctor.
Hang on here for a bit, while I make sure everything's working.
Alright, fine, I'll just stand around doing nothing. That's always fun.
So now we can just randomly explore the TARDIS before moving on. Are there any new cards anywhere? I don't suppose there would be any new cards, but you never know. Cannot interact with the door. Let's go check back in this room. Also, I don't see anything new in here. So I suppose we can just proceed. We can examine this. This is the communication something. This examines and analyzes any substance in the vicinity. It's also a very good typewriter. Okay. I suppose we can like play with the TARDIS kind of. Would be cool if there was an Easter egg to it. Like when you press a bunch of buttons it actually transports you somewhere. That would be cool. But I don't suppose that's the case in this game. Those look quite fun. What is this rotating thing? I always wondered. Atom accelerator. This provides the energy for traveling through time and space. It's supposed to be powered up before using the space-time throttle. Interesting. Let's just speak with Amy, I suppose. There isn't much else to do.
Everything seems to be working. I wonder what we should do now.
Launch the Tardis. Sure, why not?
Right, time to move on.
Try not to make it so bumpy this time, if you can.
She's a bit temperamental sometimes, the TARDIS, but then again, so am I. Okay, time to go. I'll have to be quick. We've got 60 seconds to get the TARDIS going, or I'll have to start again. Quick, lock the doors.
Okay, we need to lock the doors.
Seconds. Pay attention, Pond. You might need to remember all this one day. Now to power up the atom accelerator.
Atom accelerator is this thing, and I clicked out of the window. Not good. It was this thing in the middle, right? Did I do it?
Nearly got it. Pull the dematerialize lever.
Dematerializer lever is the... So there are multiple levers, I suppose it's this
right, one. Right, now to engage the inertial dampers.
Dampers? Only 30 seconds left. I clicked out of the window again. I might need to restart this. Was it this? That's not it. Internal dampers.
And we're off at last. Pull space and time throttle to adjust the speed.
Okay, we did it. Okay. Too slow, I need to try again.
I have to be quick. We've got 60 seconds to get the TARDIS going, or I'll have to start again. Quick, lock the doors.
So this is a memory. You need to memorize a pattern and then basically pull it off, I suppose.
60 seconds. Pay attention, Pond. You might need to remember this one day. Now to power up the atom accelerator.
Okay, I think I got it memorized for the most part, so we should be good to go.
Nearly got it. Pull the dematerialize lever.
The dematerializer lever was the... Was this red one, I think?
Right, now to engage the inertial dampers.
The dampers was the one that we got stuck here in. I'm going to assume it's this one.
And we're off at last. Pull space and time throttle to adjust the speed.
Space and time throttle is the one we didn't do. I'm gonna guess it's this one though. Based on the series, that lever gets pressed often.
Now, where were we? Oh yes, sightseeing, somewhere nice.
And no trouble this time?
Where's the fun in that? Oh, hang on, I know just the place. You'll love it. It's very quiet, peaceful, and perfectly safe. Here we are, London after the Great Flood of the 23rd century.
That's the end of the third episode, I suppose. It was an interesting episode, although it felt a bit shorter than the previous two. It's always nice to get to explore the TARDIS interior, that's for sure. Lots of cool little Easter eggs and such, I love it. But yeah, Not much going on, to be fair. Not much going on in this episode, but it was interesting nonetheless, especially the entity. That was a cool little thingy. So yeah, that will do it for the third episode, I suppose.